Let's start our first news. Dana White has officially announced multiple new fights for UFC 330, and the event in Philadelphia is continuing to take shape with several exciting additions. Even though the card is still around a month away, more matchups are now being confirmed, giving fans a much clearer picture of what to expect on fight night. According to Marcel Dorf, one of the latest fights added to the card will see Neil Magny return to action against Ramiz Brahimaj in an important welterweight clash. Both fighters will be looking to bounce back after recent defeats. Magny is coming off a loss suffered back in December, while Brahimaj also fell short in his most recent appearance after competing in February. With both men eager to get back into the win column, this matchup carries plenty of importance and could produce an entertaining battle inside the octagon. Another major addition to UFC 330 is a lightweight showdown between Jalen Turner and Kaue Fernandez. Turner enters the contest with momentum after earning an impressive victory over Edson Barboza last December. Meanwhile, Fernandez has quietly built a strong reputation in the UFC, putting together an impressive 3-1 record while riding a 3-fight winning streak. His last appearance came in September 2025, where he secured a dominant first-round victory over Harry Hardwick. By the time UFC 330 arrives, Fernandez will have spent nearly a full year away from competition, making his long-awaited return one of the more intriguing storylines on the card. With these matchups now official, UFC 330 continues to grow into a stacked event, featuring fighters looking to rebuild momentum, extend winning streaks, and make a major statement inside the octagon. More fight announcements are still expected as the event draws closer, making the card even more exciting. Move on to another news. Tyron Woodley has shared his final prediction for the highly anticipated UFC 329 showdown between Max Holloway and Conor, and he believes Holloway will walk away with the victory. While Woodley acknowledged Conor's incredible talent and what he has accomplished throughout his career, he made it clear that his pick is Max Holloway to get the job done when they finally meet inside the octagon. Woodley explained that he is not picking Conor to win, but he also believes there is still a path to victory if Conor approaches his preparation the right way. According to Woodley, everything comes down to the quality of training and the level of competition inside the gym. He believes elite fighters need to surround themselves with young, hungry athletes who are constantly pushing them beyond their limits every single day. To support his point, Woodley brought up comments previously made by Ilia regarding the importance of having the right training environment. Ilia once criticized the idea of constantly training with partners who are unable to challenge you. His belief was that if everyone in the room is already below your level, your development eventually slows down because nobody is forcing you to improve. Instead, every training session should feel competitive and demanding. Woodley agreed with that philosophy completely. He recalled the example of putting a cash reward on the line for anyone capable of knocking you out during training. The purpose was never about the money itself. It was about creating an atmosphere where every single person in the room is motivated to push the pace and bring out the absolute best version of one another. That kind of pressure, according to Woodley, can expose weaknesses, sharpen skills, and prepare fighters for the toughest moments under the bright lights. He believes the best fighters continue evolving because they refuse to become comfortable. Rather than surrounding themselves with people they can easily dominate, they seek out teammates who challenge them, test their endurance, and force them to make adjustments. That constant competition inside the gym often translates into better performances on fight night. As UFC 329 gets closer, Woodley remains confident that Holloway has what it takes to defeat Conor. At the same time, he believes Conor's chances would improve significantly if he embraced that relentless training mindset and spent every session working against opponents determined to push him to his absolute limit. Move on to another news. As the countdown to UFC 329 continues, more opinions are pouring in about the highly anticipated showdown between Max Holloway and Conor. A large number of fans and analysts believe Conor faces one of the toughest challenges of his career, with many predicting that Holloway will have the edge when they finally meet inside the octagon. Among those sharing that opinion is Tyron Woodley. While Woodley believes Holloway is the favorite heading into the fight, he also explained that Conor still has a very real path to victory if he executes the right game plan. Speaking during a recent interview with BetPack, Woodley broke down exactly what he believes Conor needs to do in order to give himself the best chance of winning. According to him, the fight could change dramatically if Conor comes out aggressively from the opening bell instead of allowing Holloway to settle into his rhythm. Woodley believes Conor must press the action early, move forward with confidence, and immediately force Holloway onto the defensive. Landing clean shots in the opening exchanges could make a huge difference, especially if those strikes begin to frustrate Holloway and disrupt the pace that has made him so successful throughout his career. Woodley feels that mental pressure is just as important as physical pressure. And if Conor can get inside Holloway's head while finding success with his striking, the momentum of the fight could quickly swing in his favor. However, Woodley was also quick to point out why Holloway remains such a dangerous opponent. He praised Holloway's incredible toughness, saying he has always been willing to stand in the pocket and embrace difficult battles without backing down. His ability to keep fighting at a high pace for every round has consistently separated him from many other elite fighters. Woodley also highlighted Holloway's outstanding cardio, polished skill set, and overall confidence inside the octagon. In his view, Holloway always looks comfortable under the brightest lights, regardless of the opponent standing across from him. That composure, combined with his experience and relentless pace, makes him one of the most complete fighters in the sport today. Even with all of those advantages working in Holloway's favor, Woodley believes Conor should not be counted out. If he starts fast, lands meaningful shots early, creates frustration, and refuses to let Holloway establish his usual rhythm, he could put himself in position to deliver one of the biggest upsets of the year. Move on to another news. New photos of Ilia have emerged following his recent loss to Justin Gaethje, giving fans their first look at the former champion since his appearance inside the octagon. After suffering a tough defeat, many supporters were eager to see how Ilia was recovering, and these latest images suggest that his healing process is moving in a positive direction. One of the photos shows Ilia making a casual stop at a Burger King. Dressed casually and wearing a pair of glasses, he appeared relaxed while going about his day. Because of the glasses, it is difficult to get a complete look at his face, making it hard to judge exactly how much he has recovered from the damage sustained during the fight. However, from what is visible in the image, the swelling appears to have gone down significantly compared to the days immediately after the contest. The noticeable reduction in swelling is an encouraging sign, especially considering how physically demanding his battle with Justin Gaethje was. Recovering from a high-level fight takes time, and fighters often need several weeks before the visible effects begin to fade. While the photos do not reveal every detail of Ilia's condition, they do indicate that he is making steady progress following the difficult night inside the cage. Another image that quickly caught the attention of fans shows Ilia taking time to pose for a photo with a young supporter. Despite coming off a disappointing result, he was still willing to stop, smile, and create a memorable moment for one of his fans. It was a reminder that, outside of competition, fighters continue to inspire people through simple interactions and acts of kindness. Although the defeat marked a setback in his career, Ilia appears to be staying active and maintaining a positive attitude during his recovery. Moments like these often show another side of professional athletes, highlighting their connection with supporters even after experiencing difficult losses. For now, the focus remains on recovery and getting back to full health. The latest images suggest that Ilia is healing well, taking time away from competition and gradually putting the toughest moments behind him. While there is still plenty of speculation about what comes next in his career, these new photos provide a reassuring update as he continues his journey back toward the octagon. Move on to another news. Things have heated up between Bisping and Eddie Hearn after the two exchanged strong words over comments involving fighter pay and the situation surrounding Tom Aspinall. The back and forth began after Hearn appeared on Ariel Helwani's show, where he criticized Bisping, saying he should be ashamed for not standing up for fighters, while also questioning why Aspinall's recovery process was taking so long. Bisping has now responded on his Believe You Me podcast, making it clear that he completely disagrees with Hearn's accusations. He called the comments ridiculous and argued that Hearn had misrepresented everything he had previously said. According to Bisping, he has never claimed to know how much Aspinall is earning in the UFC, nor has he criticized the heavyweight champion's compensation. Instead, Bisping explained that his only point was that Hearn's involvement in the discussion seemed unusual, especially considering the ongoing tension that many people believe exists between Hearn and Dana White. He insisted that he was simply pointing out what he viewed as a strange situation and was not attacking anyone's earnings or contract. Bisping went on to say that he genuinely hopes Aspinall receives an even bigger contract in the future. In fact, he stated that he would be happy to see the UFC star earn tens of millions of dollars per fight because he wants every fighter to be rewarded for the risks they take inside the cage. He stressed that supporting better pay for athletes has always been his position and rejected the idea that he was somehow against fighter compensation. The former UFC champion also pushed back against Hearn's suggestion that boxers under his promotion are making more money than Aspinall. Bisping called that claim false and argued there was no evidence to support it. While he acknowledged that some high-profile boxers, including Ben Whittaker, may receive strong contracts, he pointed out that the real comparison should include what their opponents are earning, not just the headline names. Bisping also accused Hearn of being hypocritical by questioning his independence while working with commentators connected to his own promotion. He used Tony Bellew as an example, explaining that simply working with a promoter does not automatically make someone biased or a company spokesperson. Bisping finished by making it clear that he cares deeply about fighters, wants them to earn as much as possible, and believes the criticism directed at him was completely unfair and based on claims he never actually made. Move on to another news. It looks like another roster change has taken place, as a former UFC fighter has officially moved on to a new chapter in his career. While there has also been growing discussion about potential future additions to the UFC's middleweight division, the latest confirmed move involves Trey Waters, who is no longer part of the UFC roster. According to reports from Kevin Kay, Waters has been removed from the UFC roster after both sides decided to part ways. The report states that Waters had been struggling to secure another fight inside the promotion, and with no matchup being booked, the decision was made for him to continue his career elsewhere. Rather than waiting indefinitely for another opportunity, Waters has now found a new home with the PFL. The move gives Waters the chance for a fresh start in a different organization where he can rebuild momentum and continue chasing success against a new group of opponents. The PFL has continued adding recognizable names in recent years, and Waters now joins that growing list as he looks to revive his professional career. Waters last stepped into the cage in September, where he faced Sam Patterson. Unfortunately for him, the fight ended in disappointing fashion after Patterson secured a first-round finish. It was a difficult setback, especially because the defeat brought an end to Waters' impressive 3-fight winning streak. Prior to that loss, he had been building positive momentum and looked to be making steady progress. Even though his UFC run has come to an end, many fighters have proven that leaving one promotion does not necessarily mark the end of their careers. Several athletes have gone on to achieve major success after switching organizations, using a fresh environment as motivation to improve and put together another winning run. For Waters, signing with the PFL represents exactly that opportunity. Instead of remaining inactive, he now has the chance to compete regularly, gain valuable experience, and work his way back into the spotlight. A series of strong performances could quickly change the direction of his career and remind fans of the potential he displayed before his most recent defeat. With his UFC chapter now officially closed, all attention shifts toward his future in the PFL. The organization has welcomed another experienced fighter to its roster, and Waters will now be looking to make an immediate impact as he begins the next stage of his mixed martial arts journey. Move on to another news. Justin Gaethje has shared a respectful message for Ilia following their recent fight, making it clear that he has nothing but admiration for his former opponent despite their battle inside the octagon. After handing Ilia a difficult loss, Gaethje was asked about his thoughts on the former champion's future, and his response showed plenty of respect for the skills and potential that Ilia still possesses. According to Gaethje, he genuinely wishes Ilia nothing but the best moving forward. He praised Ilia's overall ability and explained that one loss does not change the fact that he remains one of the most talented fighters in the lightweight division. In Gaethje's opinion, Ilia still has all the tools needed to compete with the very best and can defeat anyone on the right night. Gaethje emphasized that Ilia's skill set speaks for itself. From his striking to his overall fight IQ, he believes Ilia has already proven that he belongs among the elite. While setbacks are a natural part of mixed martial arts, Gaethje does not believe this defeat should define Ilia's career or change the way fans view his abilities. He also admitted that he is excited to watch what comes next for Ilia. With so many exciting matchups available in the lightweight division, Gaethje believes the future remains bright for his former opponent. He expects Ilia to learn from the experience, make the necessary adjustments, and return even stronger when he steps back into the octagon. Gaethje's comments also highlight the level of mutual respect that often exists between elite fighters after they share the cage. Even after competing at the highest level, many athletes recognize the dedication, sacrifice, and talent required to reach the top of the sport. His words reflected that respect, showing there is no bad blood following their contest. Although Ilia suffered a disappointing result, Gaethje remains convinced that he has the talent to bounce back and continue competing against the biggest names in the division. One setback does not erase everything he has already accomplished, and there is still plenty of confidence in what he can achieve going forward. With Gaethje offering such high praise, it is clear that he still views Ilia as a legitimate threat in the lightweight division. As Ilia continues his recovery and prepares for the next chapter of his career, he still has the support and respect of one of the toughest competitors in the sport.